Welcome to Chapter 1, Foundations of Sustainable Fishery Management. This chapter will guide you through the essential principles and practices that ensure the long-term health and productivity of our fisheries. Sustainable fishery management balances ecosystem conservation with resource availability and food security. It integrates environmental, economic, and social dimensions, guided by science and policy. The purpose of sustainable fishery management is to ensure long-term stock availability, protect ecosystems, support economic stability, and prevent overfishing, safeguarding resources for future generations. Sustainable fisheries are built on biodiversity conservation, responsible harvesting, and a precautionary approach. These principles ensure ecological balance and adaptive management strategies. Fisheries management faces environmental threats and human pressures, such as overfishing and weak governance. Addressing these requires coordinated global action. Fisheries are categorized into marine, inland, and aquaculture. Each type requires specific management strategies tailored to its unique ecological and operational context. Overfishing leads to population decline, ecosystem imbalance, and economic losses. It is a critical global concern that demands immediate and sustained action. Ecosystem-based fishery management focuses on whole ecosystems, integrating various factors to build resilience against environmental changes and variability. Science plays a crucial role in fisheries management through data collection, population monitoring, modeling, and evidence-based decision-making, ensuring sustainable practices. Sustainable fisheries are vital for feeding billions and supporting livelihoods. They align with the UN Sustainable Development Goals, emphasizing global food security and ecosystem services. Effective regulatory frameworks combine national and international cooperation to protect fish stocks and ecosystems, guided by global agreements and FAO guidelines. Stakeholders, including governments, fishing communities, researchers, and NGOs, play a vital role in sustainable fisheries management, emphasizing collaboration for lasting outcomes. Tools like catch limits, seasonal bans, gear restrictions, and certification programs are essential for preventing overfishing and promoting conservation. Key trends include climate-resilient fisheries, digital technologies, sustainable aquaculture, consumer demand, and business integration, reshaping the seafood industry. Challenges like data gaps, resource constraints, and resistance to change hinder sustainable fisheries. Overcoming these requires investment, education, and political will. CDG training emphasizes ecosystem understanding, scientific integration, stakeholder training, and technology for compliance as pillars for sustainable fishery implementation. Dive into the fascinating world of marine and freshwater ecosystems, exploring their structure, function, and the principles that guide sustainable fisheries management. Ecosystem dynamics are shaped by the interplay between living organisms and their environment, driving productivity and maintaining ecological balance. CDG training emphasizes the importance of understanding these dynamics for effective fisheries management. Studying ecosystem dynamics equips professionals with the knowledge to support fish populations, identify environmental factors, and implement ecosystem-based management. This understanding is crucial for predicting changes and making sustainable decisions. Aquatic ecosystems, from oceans to estuaries, each have unique characteristics and management needs. CDG training highlights the importance of tailored strategies for optimal outcomes in these diverse environments. Aquatic ecosystems consist of biotic and abiotic components. The interaction between these elements influences ecosystem health and fish population stability, highlighting the complexity of aquatic environments. Energy flows through aquatic ecosystems in structured hierarchies, from producers to apex predators. Disruptions at any level can have cascading effects, emphasizing the need for balanced ecosystems. Water temperature, salinity, oxygen levels, and nutrient availability are critical environmental factors affecting aquatic ecosystems. Continuous monitoring of these parameters is essential for effective fisheries management. Climate change, through rising temperatures and ocean acidification, significantly impacts aquatic ecosystems. These changes affect species distribution, productivity, and long-term sustainability. Habitat degradation and pollution pose significant threats to aquatic environments. Addressing these issues is a priority in sustainable fisheries management to protect vital ecosystems. Aquatic ecosystems are intricate webs of interdependence. Changes in one species can trigger cascading effects, highlighting the importance of maintaining balance for fisheries sustainability. Biodiversity is crucial for ecosystem resilience and productivity. CDG training promotes conservation as a key component of fisheries planning, ensuring diverse ecosystems for future generations. Ecosystem-based fishery management represents a shift towards considering ecological, social, and economic factors in fisheries management, promoting long-term sustainability and reducing overexploitation. Effective ecosystem management relies on continuous monitoring and data-driven decisions. This approach transforms raw data into actionable insights, enhancing fisheries management outcomes. Human activities, such as overfishing and pollution, significantly impact aquatic ecosystems. Sustainable practices are essential to preserve these vital environments for future generations. Ecosystem management faces challenges like data gaps and competing priorities. CDG training focuses on equipping professionals with the skills to overcome these hurdles and implement effective solutions. CDG training offers expert tips on assessing ecosystem health, integrating monitoring, and conserving biodiversity. These strategies are essential for sustainable fisheries management. Welcome to Chapter 3, Fish Population Biology and Stock Assessment. This comprehensive guide will help you understand fish population dynamics, stock assessment methods, and the science behind sustainable fisheries management. Fish population biology covers core study areas such as growth, reproduction, and mortality across species and ecosystems. It also examines population structure and dynamics, environmental links, and emphasizes data-driven analysis for scientific fisheries management. Stock assessment is crucial for responsible fisheries management. It helps estimate population size and health, supports sustainable harvesting, prevents overfishing, and guides policy and conservation efforts. Fish population dynamics involve growth rates, recruitment, mortality rates, migration patterns, and environmental variability. Understanding these components is essential for effective fisheries management. Fish growth and life cycle are influenced by environmental conditions. From eggs to adults, each stage is crucial for predicting stock sustainability. Life cycle-based management approaches ensure each stage is protected. Recruitment refers to the addition of new individuals to the fishery. Influenced by factors like spawning success and environmental conditions, maintaining population balance is critical for stock stability. Mortality, both natural and fishing-related, affects population health. Balancing recruitment and mortality is key to sustainable fisheries, as high mortality can lead to stock collapse. Stock assessment methods include catch data analysis, biological sampling, surveys, and mathematical modeling. These techniques provide accurate estimates of stock status and future projections. Stock assessment approaches vary based on data availability. Data-rich, data-limited, and qualitative assessments each have their place, helping practitioners choose the best method for their context. Maximum sustainable yield, MSY, is the largest catch that can be taken sustainably. It ensures fish populations remain viable over time, but requires caution to avoid overfishing. Indicators like catch per unit effort, size and age distribution, spawning stock biomass, and catch trends are vital for assessing fish populations and informing management decisions. Technology enhances stock assessment through sonar, satellite tracking, digital data collection, modeling software, and real-time monitoring, transforming the speed and accuracy of assessments. Stock assessment faces challenges like limited data, environmental variability, unreported fishing, complex marine ecosystems, and the need for continuous monitoring. Addressing these is crucial for accurate assessments. Scientific decision-making improves sustainability, reduces overexploitation risks, supports adaptive management, and enhances governance credibility, benefiting both ecosystems and fishing communities. Stock assessment informs management by setting catch limits, designing fishing seasons, identifying conservation measures, and ensuring regulatory compliance, directly impacting daily fisheries operations. Ignoring scientific data, overestimating stock availability, delayed response to decline, and poor monitoring are common mistakes in fish population management. Proactive practices are essential to avoid crises. CDG training emphasizes using reliable data, combining assessment methods, monitoring trends, and integrating technology for effective fish population and stock assessment. Welcome to Chapter 4, Sustainable Fishing Techniques and Practices. This guide by CDG Training offers a comprehensive look at responsible, efficient, and environmentally conscious fishing operations. Sustainable fishing focuses on minimizing environmental impact while maintaining productivity. It involves reducing bycatch, ensuring long-term fish stock sustainability, and balancing ecosystem conservation with fishing needs. Sustainable fishing is crucial for both environmental and economic reasons. It ensures continuous fish availability, protects biodiversity, reduces waste, and supports economic sustainability for fishing communities worldwide. Fishing methods range from traditional nets and lines to industrial techniques like trawling. Selective methods target specific species to minimize habitat disruption, emphasizing the importance of choosing the right method for sustainability. Selective fishing practices use species-specific gear to reduce non-target capture and support biodiversity conservation, ensuring only the intended catch is harvested. Bycatch, the unintended capture of non-target species, is a major challenge. Techniques like modified nets, time area restrictions, and comprehensive training help reduce bycatch effectively. Innovative gear like eco-friendly equipment, biodegradable materials, and smart sensor tools are transforming the fishing industry, improving sustainability outcomes globally. Protecting sensitive areas and marine habitats is essential for preserving ecosystems. Measures like reducing gear damage and maintaining ecosystem balance are integrated into fishing operations. Effective effort control is key to sustainable fisheries management. Measures like quotas, vessel limits, and preventing overuse ensure fishing doesn't exceed the natural regeneration capacity of marine ecosystems. Responsible fishing involves regulatory compliance, avoiding illegal practices, ethical operations, and proper handling. These practices ensure accountability and sustainability in every aspect of fishing operations. Modern technology transforms fishing into a precision-driven industry. GPS, sonar systems, digital monitoring, and automation reduce costs and ecological footprints, enhancing sustainability. Minimizing discards, utilizing the entire catch, and promoting a circular economy are key to resource-efficient operations. These practices maximize value while minimizing environmental impact. Certification programs and eco-labels empower consumers, improve market access, and build trust. They validate that fisheries meet rigorous sustainability standards, opening doors to premium markets. Implementing sustainable practices faces challenges like high technology costs, resistance to change, awareness gaps, weak enforcement, and the need for capacity building to support evolving requirements. Sustainable fishing enhances resource longevity, supports marine biodiversity, and reduces costs. It improves global reputation and offers a competitive advantage in the environmentally conscious marketplace. Awareness of common mistakes like non-selective gear use, ignoring bycatch, and lack of monitoring is crucial. Addressing these issues helps prevent unsustainable practices before they cause damage. CDG training offers expert guidance on adopting selective methods, investing in technology, following regulations, and protecting habitats. These tips provide a framework for efficient and profitable fishing. Welcome to Chapter 5. Fisheries Governance and Regulatory Frameworks. This chapter offers a comprehensive guide to the systems, policies, and frameworks that govern sustainable fisheries management worldwide. Fisheries governance refers to the systems that regulate and manage fishing activities, ensuring the sustainable use of aquatic resources across all levels of authority. It integrates policies, laws, and institutional frameworks to balance environmental protection with economic interests, a multidimensional challenge. CDG training emphasizes governance as a key pillar of sustainability, equipping professionals with the knowledge to navigate complex regulatory environments. Regulatory frameworks serve as the backbone of responsible fisheries management. They define the rules, boundaries, and responsibilities that keep fishing activities within sustainable limits. These frameworks control and monitor fishing activities, prevent overfishing, ensure environmental standards, and support long-term management for future generations. Effective fisheries governance operates across multiple interconnected levels, from global agreements down to local community systems. CDG training highlights the importance of multi-level governance integration, encompassing international, regional, national, local, and individual responsibilities. International regulations promote cooperation among countries to combat illegal fishing and ensure that shared marine resources are managed responsibly across borders. Key international bodies like the FAO and UNCLOS provide guidelines, while regional agreements focus on shared fish stocks. These frameworks create a unified legal foundation that nations can build upon with their own national policies and enforcement mechanisms. Each country develops its own legal and regulatory architecture to govern fisheries operations within its jurisdiction. CDG training aligns its learning programs with real-world regulatory systems, focusing on country-specific laws, licensing and permits, enforcement and penalties, and sustainability integration. Licensing systems are one of the most direct tools governments use to manage access to fisheries resources. They control the number of fishers and vessels, ensure compliance with regulations, support monitoring and enforcement, and prevent overexploitation of fish stocks and aquatic habitats. Understanding licensing requirements is essential for any professional operating in the fisheries sector. Quota systems are among the most powerful tools for preventing overfishing. By establishing hard limits on total allowable catch, they create a science-based ceiling on exploitation. Quotas are distributed among fishers, supporting stock recovery and ensuring sustainable management. Accurate, up-to-date scientific data and robust monitoring are crucial for these systems to remain credible and enforceable. Monitoring fishing activities through inspections, at-sea surveillance, and vessel tracking systems ensures that regulations are followed in practice, not just on paper. Regular inspections, penalties for violations, and the use of technology like VMS and electronic reporting are essential. CDG training emphasizes that strict compliance systems are the foundation of a trustworthy and sustainable fishing industry. IUU fishing causes significant environmental and economic damage, undermining decades of sustainable management efforts worldwide. It involves activities that violate national or international laws, often without reporting or oversight. The environmental and economic impacts are severe, but international cooperation, port-state measures, and advanced technologies are part of the response to combat this global challenge. Regional fisheries management organizations play a critical role in governing shared fish stocks that cross national boundaries. They bring countries together around common conservation goals, manage shared stocks, facilitate cooperation, support science, and ensure sustainability for the long-term benefit of all member states. Inclusive governance models produce better outcomes. When stakeholders are involved in decision-making, compliance improves, conflicts decrease, and policies reflect real-world conditions. Participation builds accountability and ensures that those most affected by fisheries decisions have a voice in shaping them. Transparency is the cornerstone of credible fisheries governance. Without open communication and public access to information, trust erodes and compliance falters. Policies and decisions should be communicated clearly, and data should be publicly accessible to enable independent scrutiny and informed participation. Building trust is essential for effective, long-term governance. Despite significant progress, fisheries governance faces persistent and complex challenges. Weak enforcement, coordination gaps, resource constraints, and competing interests are obstacles that professionals must navigate. CDG training provides practical solutions to help professionals address these challenges effectively. Well-regulated fisheries maintain healthy population levels, ensuring resources remain available for future generations. Strong frameworks safeguard marine biodiversity, support economic stability, and deter illegal activities. Countries with strong compliance records gain enhanced credibility in international markets and trade relationships. Understanding where governance breaks down is essential for building more resilient systems. Inadequate monitoring, poor policy implementation, lack of stakeholder engagement, and weak data collection systems are common failures. CDG training emphasizes proactive improvement to address these recurring failure points. CDG training provides governance frameworks and compliance tools that empower fisheries professionals to operate responsibly, sustainably, and in full alignment with global best practices. Aligning with regulations, strengthening compliance systems, promoting transparency, and leveraging data and technology are key strategies for effective governance. Welcome to Chapter 6, Fisheries Economics and Resource Management, where we explore the delicate balance between profitability, sustainability, and responsible resource utilization in modern fisheries. In this section, we delve into the economic aspects related to fisheries, focusing on balancing profitability with long-term sustainability, understanding market dynamics, and integrating sustainable decision-making into fisheries management. Resource management is crucial for ensuring that fishery resources are used efficiently and sustainably, protecting ecosystems and economic futures. It involves sustainable use, preventing overexploitation, ensuring long-term stability, and fostering responsible development. Key economic concepts in fisheries include supply and demand dynamics, cost structures, pricing mechanisms, and economic sustainability. These factors shape the financial viability and environmental impact of fishing operations. Overfishing creates a destructive cycle that harms ecosystems and livelihoods. It leads to declining fish stocks, rising operational costs, employment losses, and market instability, highlighting the need for sustainable practices. Resource allocation in fisheries aims to avoid conflicts and support sustainable growth by ensuring equitable distribution of fishing rights and quotas among stakeholders, promoting long-term economic growth within ecological limits. Effective fisheries management tools include catch quotas, licensing systems, seasonal restrictions, and economic incentives. These tools help integrate economic goals with sustainability, creating a comprehensive management framework. Subsidies and incentives play a crucial role in fisheries by accelerating sustainable development or inadvertently encouraging harmful practices. Properly designed financial support can promote responsible investment and environmentally friendly practices. Market structures in fisheries, from local to global, influence pricing, distribution, and quality standards. Understanding these dynamics helps optimize operations and maintain competitiveness in the fishing industry. The fisheries value chain involves harvesting, processing, distribution, and marketing. Each step adds value, ensuring product quality and reaching consumers effectively, thereby improving profitability and competitiveness. Cost management in fisheries involves optimizing fuel, labor, equipment, and maintenance expenses. CDG training promotes strategies like technology adoption and financial planning to enhance efficiency and reduce unnecessary costs. Economic instruments such as taxes, tradable quotas, certification programs, and financial penalties are essential for promoting sustainability in fisheries. They encourage responsible fishing practices and efficient resource allocation. Technology is a key driver in fisheries economics, enhancing decision-making and efficiency. Market analysis, automation, and data analytics transform how fishing operations are planned, executed, and optimized. Fisheries economics faces challenges like fluctuating markets, high operational costs, limited financial access, inefficient supply chains, and the dual objectives of economic performance and environmental sustainability. Sustainable economic practices offer long-term profitability, improved livelihoods, enhanced market access, and reduced depletion risk. They represent a genuine economic advantage, not just an environmental obligation. Avoiding common mistakes in fisheries resource management involves focusing beyond short-term profits, controlling costs, planning financially, and integrating sustainability into economic decisions to prevent costly errors. CDG training offers expert tips on balancing profitability with sustainability goals. Successful fisheries operations align environmental responsibility with economic strategies, using tools, monitoring markets, and investing in technology. Welcome to Chapter 7, Aquaculture and Sustainable Fish Farming. This comprehensive guide will navigate through sustainable aquaculture practices, systems, and the future of responsible seafood production. Aquaculture involves farming fish, shellfish, and aquatic plants in controlled environments. It offers a sustainable alternative to wild harvesting, meeting global seafood demand while reducing pressure on natural stocks. CDG training emphasizes sustainable practices throughout operations. Sustainable fish farming is crucial for food security, economic growth, and responsible resource management. It ensures consistent production, reduces dependence on wild capture, and supports economic livelihoods, especially in coastal and rural regions. Aquaculture systems vary, including freshwater and marine environments, recirculating systems, and integrated approaches. Each system is selected based on sustainability, local conditions, and species requirements, ensuring ecological balance and resource efficiency. Successful aquaculture relies on water quality management, feed management, stocking density, disease prevention, and infrastructure design. These components are essential for maintaining healthy and sustainable operations. Water quality is critical in aquaculture. Monitoring oxygen levels, temperature, and pH prevents stress and disease in fish stocks. Effective waste control and contamination prevention are vital for both fish health and surrounding ecosystems. Efficient feeding practices are central to sustainable aquaculture. Balanced nutrition, optimal feed conversion ratios, and sustainable feed sources minimize environmental impact while reducing waste and costs. Disease prevention is key to reducing economic losses in aquaculture. Regular health monitoring, biosecurity measures, responsible treatment, and hygiene practices are essential to maintaining healthy fish populations. Aquaculture operators must manage water quality, control waste and nutrient pollution, and prevent species escape risks. Sustainable practices and monitoring systems are essential to minimize environmental impacts. Sustainable aquaculture involves low-impact farming systems, ecosystem integration, reduced chemical use, and efficient resource utilization. These practices create resilient and productive farming operations. Technology enhances aquaculture through automated feeding, water quality sensors, data analytics, and AI tools. These innovations reduce human error, optimize resource use, and enable real-time decision-making. Compliance with environmental and food safety standards is crucial for legitimate aquaculture operations. Licensing, monitoring, and adherence to international guidelines ensure market readiness and product safety. Aquaculture is a booming industry with a global market value exceeding $300 billion. It supports over 600 million livelihoods and supplies over half of all seafood consumed globally, highlighting its economic significance. Aquaculture faces challenges like disease risks, high initial investment, environmental concerns, limited technical knowledge, and market fluctuations. Addressing these is essential for building resilient operations. Sustainable aquaculture offers reliable seafood production, reduces pressure on wild stocks, enhances food security, and fosters economic growth. It's a promising solution for feeding a growing global population. Common mistakes in fish farming include poor water quality management, overfeeding, lack of disease control, and ignoring environmental impacts. Preventative measures and risk management are cost-effective investments. Success in sustainable fish farming requires discipline, technology, and continuous learning. Focus on water quality, strong biosecurity, technology use, and compliance to master the fundamentals and achieve excellence. Welcome to our exploration of climate change and fisheries sustainability, a crucial topic for the future of our oceans and communities. Climate change significantly impacts global fisheries, altering ecosystems and necessitating a climate-aware approach to resource management. Climate-responsive management is vital to protect fish populations and ensure ecosystems remain productive, adapting to changes and reducing vulnerabilities. Rising temperatures, ocean acidification, and shifting currents are major drivers affecting fisheries, challenging their sustainability and productivity. Rising water temperatures impact fish metabolism, species distribution, breeding cycles, and ecosystem productivity, highlighting the need for careful monitoring. Ocean acidification, driven by increased CO2, poses risks to marine life, affecting organism health and long-term fisheries sustainability. Temperature shifts and range displacement challenge fisheries management, requiring adaptive strategies to manage transboundary stocks. Rainfall changes, droughts, and habitat degradation threaten freshwater fisheries, emphasizing the need for integrated water management. Coral bleaching, mangrove loss, and biodiversity reduction weaken resilience, making fisheries more vulnerable to climate impacts. Systematic risk assessment helps identify vulnerabilities and prioritize adaptation strategies, integrating climate data into fisheries management. Adjusting fishing practices, diversifying species, and enhancing ecosystem resilience are key strategies for adapting to climate impacts. Reducing emissions, improving fuel efficiency, and promoting sustainable practices are essential for mitigating climate impacts on fisheries. Satellite monitoring, predictive models, and early warning systems are crucial technologies aiding climate adaptation in fisheries. Integrating climate policies, fostering international cooperation, and encouraging research are vital for building climate resilience in fisheries. Addressing prediction uncertainty, data gaps, and resource constraints requires coordinated actions across sectors and communities. Climate-resilient fisheries offer adaptability, stock protection, and economic risk reduction, ensuring sustainable ocean economies. Ignoring early warnings and poor stakeholder engagement are common pitfalls that compromise fisheries sustainability. Integrating risk assessment, leveraging technology, and building stakeholder awareness are key to effective climate-resilient fisheries management. Welcome to Chapter 9, focusing on monitoring, control, and surveillance, or MCS, in fisheries management. This comprehensive guide will delve into compliance, enforcement, and sustainable fisheries management through integrated MCS systems. MCS systems are crucial for modern fisheries management. Compliance ensures adherence to regulations, enforcement prevents illegal activities, and transparency enhances accountability across the sector. MCS is vital for protecting fish stocks and communities. It ensures legal adherence, protects stocks from overexploitation, prevents illegal fishing, and strengthens governance. A holistic MCS framework integrates monitoring, control, and surveillance. Monitoring involves data collection, control includes regulatory measures, and surveillance ensures compliance through inspections and tracking. Effective monitoring involves systematic data collection, logbooks, onboard observers, and data analysis. These elements form the backbone of any fisheries monitoring program. Control measures ensure sustainable fishing operations. Licensing, catch quotas, seasonal restrictions, and gear regulations are essential to maintain healthy fish stocks. Surveillance is technology-driven, using vessel monitoring systems, remote sensing, patrols, and port inspections to enforce fisheries regulations effectively. Illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing poses a significant threat to global fisheries sustainability, leading to resource depletion, economic losses, and governance erosion. Technology transforms fisheries monitoring and enforcement. GPS tracking, electronic monitoring, data analytics, and digital platforms enhance efficiency and accuracy in MCS operations. Inspection and enforcement involve routine checks, document verification, enforcement actions, and agency collaboration to ensure compliance and build trust in the fisheries sector. Data-driven compliance systems transform raw data into actionable insights. Effective data management involves collection, analysis, database integration, and ensuring accuracy and reliability. Stakeholder involvement is crucial for effective MCS. It includes fishers, community monitoring, awareness and education, and collaboration with regulatory authorities. Implementing MCS faces challenges like high technology costs, limited resources, weak enforcement capacity, data gaps, and skilled personnel shortages. Effective MCS systems lead to improved compliance, stock protection, reduced illegal fishing, and enhanced governance, ensuring long-term sustainability of fisheries. Identifying and addressing failures like inadequate monitoring, poor technology use, and insufficient training can turn weaknesses into opportunities for improvement. CDG training offers practical tools for MCS implementation, emphasizing the integration of monitoring, control, and surveillance, investing in modern systems, and promoting stakeholder participation. Explore how modern data tools and digital technologies are transforming the way we manage, monitor, and sustain global fisheries resources. Modern fisheries management relies heavily on data and digital tools to enhance decision-making and operational efficiency. These tools support sustainable resource utilization through evidence-based approaches and continuous monitoring. Real-time monitoring and forecasting help respond quickly to changing ocean and stock conditions. CDG training emphasizes technology-driven fisheries management as a cornerstone of professional development. Data analytics transforms raw information into actionable intelligence, enabling fisheries managers to make smarter, faster, and more sustainable decisions at every level of operations. It improves accuracy, monitors conditions, detects trends, and enhances compliance across all fishing operations. Biological data, environmental data, catch and effort data, and economic data are crucial in fisheries management. CDG training integrates multi-source data analysis to provide a comprehensive picture of fisheries systems. Field surveys, vessel logbooks, satellite and remote sensing, sensors and automation, and digital platforms are essential methods for collecting data in fisheries. These methods enable real-time data capture, transmission, and integration across multiple stakeholders. Large dataset analysis, predictive modeling, risk analysis, and performance monitoring are key roles of data analytics in fisheries. CDG training promotes data-driven decision-making as the foundation of modern, responsible fisheries management. Automated analysis, population forecasting, illegal fishing detection, operational efficiency, and advanced systems are transforming fisheries management through AI and machine learning. These technologies enhance compliance, planning, and implementation. Ocean condition monitoring, global vessel tracking, illegal activity detection, and environmental assessments are enhanced by satellite technology. CDG training highlights satellite-based monitoring systems as a critical tool for modern fisheries governance and compliance enforcement. Centralized databases, cloud-based systems, system integration, and real-time dashboards ensure consistent, accessible, and well-organized information repositories for fisheries data. Automation is revolutionizing fisheries operations by capturing data and producing insights beyond manual labor. From automated feeding systems to robotics, harvesting technology is reshaping what's possible in sustainable fisheries. Technology integration in fisheries leads to improved data accuracy, efficiency gains, and compliance rates. It also reduces environmental impact and highlights CDG training's role in sustainable fisheries management. Protecting fisheries data is crucial, involving controlled access, data protection, accuracy, and regulatory compliance. CDG training emphasizes secure data practices as a non-negotiable foundation of responsible fisheries information management. Overcoming barriers like high cost, skill gaps, limited infrastructure, resistance to change, and continuous investment is essential for technology adoption in fisheries. CDG training provides targeted support and practical frameworks. Big data technologies handle large volumes of data from diverse sources, enabling complex pattern recognition and advanced analytics. CDG training promotes big data utilization as a transformative approach for fisheries management. AI and automation expansion, digital monitoring growth, blockchain traceability, and smart fisheries development are future trends in fisheries technology. CDG training prepares professionals for future innovations by embedding technology literacy into all training programs. Avoiding critical pitfalls like poor data quality, ignoring analytics, lack of integration, and weak data security is essential. CDG training focuses on effective data management practices to help organizations avoid these costly mistakes. Invest in reliable systems, train your personnel, use data for strategy, and secure your data. CDG training provides practical frameworks for technology integration, equipping fisheries professionals with the skills, knowledge, and tools to lead the digital transformation of their organizations. Welcome to our comprehensive guide on community engagement and stakeholder management in fisheries. This training is designed to help you build inclusive, participatory, and sustainable fisheries management through effective collaboration. Stakeholder management in fisheries involves fishers, communities, regulators, industry players, and NGOs. Together, they work towards inclusive decision-making that enhances compliance and sustainability outcomes. Our CDG approach emphasizes collaboration as a core success factor. Community engagement is crucial for sustainable fisheries. It builds trust, promotes sustainable awareness, and reduces conflicts, ensuring policies are legitimate and compliance is strong. Key stakeholders include fishing communities, government and regulators, the private sector, and NGOs. Each plays a vital role in policymaking, enforcement, and advocacy, highlighting the importance of multi-stakeholder collaboration. Stakeholder participation is essential for policy acceptance, management effectiveness, local knowledge integration, and accountability. It ensures that diverse voices are heard and respected in fisheries governance. Community-based management empowers local stakeholders, fostering sustainable practices and improved monitoring. It places decision-making power in the hands of those most affected, ensuring cultural relevance and compliance. Effective communication with stakeholders involves clear messaging, multi-channel outreach, tailored content, transparency, and long-term engagement. These strategies build lasting relationships and trust. Conflicts in fisheries arise from competing interests and resource scarcity. Through negotiation, mediation, and prevention, structured conflict management frameworks help address these disputes effectively. Capacity building involves education, technical skills, technology adoption, and structured programs. These elements are crucial for empowering stakeholders and enhancing operational efficiency in fisheries management. Traditional knowledge is vital for understanding ecological patterns and integrating cultural relevance into fisheries management. It combines historical practices with scientific methods for a holistic approach. Gender and social inclusion ensure equal participation in fisheries, promoting community resilience and addressing social inequalities. Inclusive development leaves no one behind in fisheries governance. Strategic partnerships with government, industry, international partners, and communities strengthen networks and drive collective action for sustainability. CDG training encourages these alliances for effective fisheries outcomes. Awareness and advocacy programs empower communities through campaigns, education, digital platforms, and consumer behavior initiatives. These efforts build awareness and advocate for sustainable fisheries at all levels. Stakeholder management faces challenges like conflicting interests, communication gaps, limited resources, and resistance to change. CDG training offers strategies to navigate and overcome these common obstacles. Effective stakeholder engagement leads to improved compliance, sustainability, conflict reduction, and stronger governance systems. It is a strategic advantage for sustainable fisheries management. Common mistakes include ignoring key stakeholders, poor communication, unresolved conflicts, and limited training. CDG training focuses on proactive approaches to prevent these pitfalls and build resilient systems. Engage stakeholders early, communicate consistently, build trust, and invest in training. These are the foundations of effective fisheries management, as emphasized by CDG training experts. Welcome to Chapter 12, Risk Management and Compliance in Fisheries. This chapter provides a structured guide to identifying, assessing, and managing risks while ensuring regulatory compliance across fisheries operations. Risk management in fisheries involves identifying environmental, operational, financial, and regulatory risks. Assessing their impact, developing strategies to mitigate them, and sustaining proactive decision-making are key to maintaining stable fisheries operations. Compliance is crucial for sustainable fisheries management. It ensures legal adherence, prevents illegal practices, protects ecosystems, and maintains organizational credibility. Understanding the types of risks in fisheries is essential. These include environmental, operational, financial, and regulatory risks, each impacting fisheries in unique ways. The risk identification process involves identifying risks, analyzing factors, reviewing history, engaging stakeholders, and establishing a risk register to ensure comprehensive risk management. Risk assessment and evaluation involve evaluating the likelihood and impact of risks, prioritizing by severity, using qualitative and quantitative methods, and making informed decisions. Effective risk mitigation strategies include developing action plans, implementing preventive measures, monitoring effectiveness, and continuously improving processes. Compliance management systems involve establishing policies, conducting internal audits, monitoring regulations, and maintaining documentation to ensure smooth operations. Regulatory compliance requires adherence to national laws, international standards, obtaining licenses and permits, and fulfilling reporting obligations. Monitoring and auditing are vital for compliance, involving regular audits, performance monitoring, gap identification, and corrective actions to ensure standards are met. Incident and non-conformance management involves identifying and reporting issues, investigating causes, implementing corrections, and documenting improvements for continuous learning. Technology plays a crucial role in risk and compliance, with digital tools for risk assessment, automated monitoring, data analytics, and real-time alerts enhancing accuracy and responsiveness. Crisis management and emergency response involve preparing for emergencies, developing response plans, training personnel, and coordinating recovery efforts to ensure effective handling of incidents. Challenges in risk management and compliance include limited resources, complex regulations, stakeholder awareness gaps, data collection difficulties, and resistance to implementation. Effective risk and compliance management reduces operational risk, enhances reputation, increases resilience, and ensures improved compliance, offering strategic advantages. Common mistakes in risk and compliance include being reactive rather than proactive, poor documentation, infrequent audits, and inadequate training, which can lead to costly incidents. CDG training provides expert guidance on building structured frameworks, maintaining documentation, auditing regularly, and leveraging technology for effective risk and compliance management. Welcome to Chapter 13, where we dive into global case studies in sustainable fisheries, brought to you by CDG Training. This section provides an overview of global case studies, highlighting real-world examples, successes and challenges, best practices, and applied learning in sustainable fisheries. We explore why studying real cases is crucial, bridging theory and practice to make informed decisions in fisheries management. Iceland stands out as a leader in fisheries governance, known for its quota-based management and commitment to long-term sustainability. Norway's approach integrates technology, strict regulations, and collaboration, ensuring sustainable fisheries management. In the Philippines, community participation is key, with local involvement and co-management protecting coastal ecosystems. The MSC certification is pivotal in promoting sustainable fishing practices and enhancing market access globally. Australia employs science-based assessments and ecosystem management, ensuring transparency and effective monitoring. 5 critical pillars, including governance and stakeholder engagement, form the foundation of effective fisheries management. Economic versus environmental balance, stakeholder conflicts, and resource limitations are common challenges identified. Adapting proven practices locally is essential, as no single model fits all contexts in fisheries management. Innovation drives efficiency and sustainability in fisheries management through technology and new governance models. Understanding cultural and environmental factors is key to adapting global fisheries models to local contexts. Certification programs like MSC enhance market value and ensure compliance with sustainability criteria. Replicating success globally faces barriers like governance gaps and resistance to change. Case studies offer practical understanding and reduce risks, enhancing decision-making in fisheries management. Avoiding direct copying and ignoring local conditions are crucial to effectively applying case studies. CDG training advises analyzing outcomes, adapting to local contexts, and focusing on core pillars for success. Welcome to Chapter 14, where we dive into the future trends and innovations in fisheries management. This chapter is designed to prepare leaders for the next generation of sustainable fisheries. Fisheries management is evolving rapidly with technological advancements and sustainability priorities. Emphasizing the importance of science, policy, and adaptive systems, we focus on long-term environmental protection and economic efficiency. Innovation in fisheries is about building a sector that is productive, responsible, and resilient. It enhances sustainability, monitoring, environmental impact, productivity, and supports long-term development. Artificial intelligence, remote sensing, IoT, and robotics are revolutionizing fisheries management. These technologies enable predictive analysis, real-time tracking, and automation, modernizing the industry. The smart fisheries concept integrates digital technologies for efficient management systems. It includes real-time tracking, automated data systems, transparency, and analytics-driven decisions. Blockchain technology offers end-to-end tracking, authenticity, fraud reduction, and consumer trust in seafood supply chains, transforming accountability in fisheries. Ecosystem-based management considers ecological interactions and environmental factors, enhancing resilience and biodiversity for sustainable fisheries. Adapting to climate change involves flexible strategies, species protection, ecosystem resilience, and long-term sustainability to ensure future productivity. Advanced systems, eco-friendly feeds, renewable energy, and disease management are key innovations in aquaculture, supporting future food security. Digital transformation, through cloud-based systems and real-time dashboards, enhances decision-making and operational efficiency across the fisheries sector. Adaptive frameworks and international cooperation are crucial for evolving policy landscapes, ensuring sustainability and combating illegal fishing. Big data enables professionals to process vast datasets for informed decision-making, pattern recognition, predictive analytics, and strategic planning. Growing demand for sustainable seafood, environmental awareness, certified products, and policy influence are shaping the fisheries market. High technology costs, infrastructure gaps, data security, and balancing innovation with sustainability are key challenges facing future fisheries management. Innovation boosts productivity, sustainability, compliance, and competitiveness, positioning fisheries professionals for long-term success. Strategic planning, training, integration, and sustainability are essential to avoid costly mistakes when adopting new fisheries technologies. Staying updated, investing in training, integrating sustainability, and using data analytics are key strategies for leading future fisheries innovation. Welcome to Chapter 15, Integrated Sustainable Fishery Management System Implementation. This comprehensive guide by CDG Training will help you build holistic, sustainable, and effective fishery management systems. Integrated fishery management systems encompass ecological, economic, social, and technological aspects. These systems ensure that fishery resources are managed comprehensively and responsibly, aligning with long-term sustainability goals. The core mission is to achieve balanced and sustainable fisheries development. Strategic objectives include enhancing efficiency, supporting compliance, enabling continuous improvement, and improving coordination across management functions. Integrated systems focus on environmental sustainability, economic viability, social responsibility, governance, and technology. These elements ensure comprehensive management and informed decision-making. Effective system design involves defining scope and objectives, identifying processes and stakeholders, establishing policies, and allocating resources. Structured planning is crucial for successful implementation. Implementation involves deploying policies, training personnel, integrating technology, ensuring stakeholder participation, and establishing performance measurement systems. These activities ensure smooth operation across all levels. Process integration eliminates operational silos, coordinating environmental, economic, and social processes. This ensures consistent, aligned operations that support sustainability goals across the fishery value chain. Continuous performance tracking is vital. Setting KPIs, conducting audits, and leveraging data analytics are essential for comprehensive performance evaluation and ensuring management excellence. A continuous improvement cycle ensures long-term sustainability by identifying areas for improvement, implementing corrective actions, updating policies, and adapting to changing conditions and goals. Digital transformation is essential for modern fishery management systems. Technology enhances data management, automates processes, integrates analytics, and improves operational transparency. Aligning interests, facilitating communication, building partnerships, and enhancing trust are key to effective stakeholder coordination and collaboration, driving shared sustainability goals. Risk management is embedded into the system design, ensuring compliance with regulations. Monitoring, mitigating risks, and maintaining records are crucial for governance and control. System implementation faces challenges like complexity, change resistance, limited resources, coordination issues, and training needs. Addressing these is vital for successful integration. Integrated management systems offer strategic advantages, including improved sustainability, efficiency, compliance, and trust. These systems outperform fragmented approaches. Avoid pitfalls like lack of clear objectives, poor process integration, inadequate training, and weak monitoring. Structured implementation helps sidestep these critical issues. Successful implementation involves developing clear policies, ensuring strong leadership, investing in training, leveraging technology, and continuously reviewing systems for improvement. Start with a realistic plan, align with sustainability, engage stakeholders, and monitor and adapt continuously. CDG Training provides expert guidance for effective fishery management system implementation.